Welcome back, everybody. We have our next Dropzone Commander battle report. This one featuring the Scourge and the UCM. I will be a journalist only in this capacity, watching as two of the other guys play. Brandon and Griff will be playing a 2,000 point game in Search. So we have 7 real objectives hidden across the table. All the other ones are false. They are all inside the buildings. None are on rooftops. So they will be searching as many of those as they can over the course of a game. 2,000 points, UCM versus Scourge. We'll walk you down the armies next. For the first battle group for the UCM, we have 6 stands of Legionnaires and 2 Bears, and they're riding in a Condor. We have 2 groups of 2 stands of Legionnaires, and they are in Raven A's. We have, as the next group, 2 Praetorian stands, and they are in Raven A. We have 4 stands of Praetorian snipers in a Bear. We have, for his command section, a Kodiak with a level 3 commander and a Ferrum drone base. His air wing consists of 2 individual archangels, and then he has 2 identical armored formations, which have 3 sabers, 3 rapiers, and 2 longbows each with attendant transports. And then the 4 wolverines, and they're attached to your special forces, right? Okay. So that's the UCM half. For the insidious Scourge, our command section is a despoiler, or a desolator, with a command value 2 commander inside, and a level 5 commander in the Annihilator. That's the command section. For the inside joke, everybody on YouTube's going, what is going on? We have a despoiler with a plasma cannon and 9 hunters inside. Then as our next group is the infantry formation with 2 groups of 3 warrior horde. They are in invader APCs and in a marauder. They are joined by a support choice of 3 Reaper AA grav tanks, and they are in another Marauder. The next group is another infantry formation, 2 groups of 2 Warrior Horde with Intruder Alphas, and a Marauder with 3 more Reapers. The Special Forces group is 2 stands of Destroyers in an Intruder, and 8 Prowlers in 2 Intruders. And finally, we have just 8 Minders, and they have 2 Intruders as well. So those are armies. No initial direct deploy, and you've seen the table, so we will be back after everybody in the room stops cracking up, and after turn 1 has been completed. Alright, turn 1 has come to an end. The Scourge pushed up heavily on this flank, dropped their Minders, and kept the Annihilator in flight mode along with the Destroyers coming up here. Dropped some Reapers into the center, pushed their infantry to the center of the table, along with their lesser infantry group there. And what do you got right here? Prowlers, right? In the center here? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Prowlers there. Dropped the main armor in the street here, and the despoiler, or the desolator, is behind the skyscraper in the corner. So that's where the Scourge have went. The UCM got the Wolverines and the Ferrum here. The Ferrum launched his drones up this way. Infantry here, and these infantry found an objective. They were the only marker that was found of the turn. Everything else was a possible. Armor deployed in strength here, and then we've got more guys here and in the 2 medium buildings here, just checking out the last of those to make sure there were no points lingering. So 1 objective found. Right now it is a soft 1-0, and we will be back after turn 2 with some more action. Let you see how the battle is progressing from there. Alright, turn 2 has come to an end. The Scourge moved into this building with a squad that got shot out of their tank and found an objective. They are now tied up in a CQB there. Down here in the street, the Destroyers and the Prowlers moved up. 4 of the Prowlers and their Intruder got destroyed back here on the artillery, but these are in position on the Rapiers, so we'll see what happens during the next turn there. The Annihilator moved up and dropped the, what are they called? Minders. Dealt like 7 points to this building. Mm-hmm. 8 shots, 7 hits, and needing 5s damage it, and rolled 5s on 7 of the 8 dice. What did your Archangel destroy?
I took down an intruder A, and I failed to destroy an intruder B.
Okay. And a little bit of damage across the front. One mortar shell got a really good hit in right here and destroyed 2 of the 3 Reapers. That was about it. Not a lot going on. The Scourge lost a whole bunch of their basic transports. They also did get their other unit of infantry shot down here, and both invaders destroyed. So Scourge are in a bit of a tight spot at the moment. We will be back after turn 3. Right now it is UCM 2 because they did move that objective off the table, and Scourge 1. We will be back after 3. Alright, turn, was this 3 or 4?
3.
3 has come to an end. Had a CQB here. The Scourge took 4 dice away from their opponent, or was it 5 dice? 4 dice away from their opponent. But they were still wiped out by the 5 in return, and they dealt 7 though of the 9 and left these 3 guys, but the others jumped out and came across the street to fight with them. These guys jumped in as well, so big pile in that building. Nothing else really happened. The Prowlers did get shot up here before they could activate, and the Destroyers got wiped out in the street. Lots of repositioning. The Hunters moved up, knocked a few points out of those buildings and a couple out of this one. And took 3 casualties in return. Those mortar pieces have been crazy good. He's killed 5 tanks in 2 turns of shooting with them. So they have done insanely well. The fast movers, one of them came in and knocked another point out of the Desolator, who also lost several more to these guys. So he is limping along with 1 damage point. Right now, it's 2-0 in favor of the UCM. So we will be back when turn 4 has come to an end. Alright, we are back at the end of turn 4. This building held an objective as well. The UCM got that objective out. CQB here turned against the Scourge with all the other guys in there. They were annihilated, and the objective was claimed by the UCM. So right now it is 5-0 in favor of the UCM. Also had some horrendous casualties on the Scourge half that time. The Annihilator back here got killed that turn. He took 2 damage points from the Lance, and then just a bunch of hits from other stuff that all doubled out on him. So, rough. This is also worth noting, this is only the 2nd game my buddy's ever played with the Scourge. So he's having a rough introduction with bad dice, jumping in at the deep end at high points. But also got the Desolator, the Marauder, all those intruders. I mean, he's just been pummeled. So, we're going to go into turn 5 or 4. We'll go into turn 4 and be back when that is over. Alright, turn 4 has ended. These guys, we've still got them sitting on the building, but we realized they couldn't take off yet. So they took off, took their objective. Guys down there did the same with one they found in the street. So that's got 3 off for the UCM, and they are holding 1 in this building. So they have 7. The Scourge surviving Reaper did find 1 and back down the street with it. And down there, the Hunters also found 1 and are moving away with it. So right now it is 7-2 in favor of the UCM. We'll be back after turn 5.